What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are, Thursday morning, and small green day here. It's been a bit choppy. This morning, we had action. We had continuation on a lot of the stocks that made big moves yesterday. So I think right now, yesterday was kind of the peak. We had that crazy move on QNRX and ENVB, and both of those gave some opportunities today. I made money on ENVB, then lost on QNRX. So those two profits, those two trades cancel each other out. I had some winners on some other stocks that popped up, but then I had some losers on ones that popped up but then didn't sustain the move. So it ends up being more or less a flat day for me after fees and commissions, which is kind of a bummer because I was up over 10,000 at one point. And I just kept looking and waiting for that afternoon move and kept jumping in things and just getting sort of small loss, small loss, small loss. And then finally, I took a bigger loss on my last trade, dropped me down from up 7,500 to up only 2,300. And that's when I said, you know what, let's just call it quits here. This is I'm going in the wrong direction. So I'm a little bit bummed out because I missed the really, really good action yesterday. And then I'm here today and the action is not as strong. So, that's kind of the luck of the draw, but it's disappointing. And I think that disappointment is giving me a little bit of FOMO. It's more of regret of missing out. I regret that I missed out yesterday. And so now I'm trying to overcompensate by staying here this afternoon and not missing anything. But today's just not yesterday, and it's not as strong. So there's nothing I could do about that. And I got some good gains earlier in the day, and then I gave them back trading in the afternoon today. So, the good news is afternoons have been good this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I did really well on Tuesday. I went from up 12,000 to up 28,000 in the afternoon. Yesterday, I went from up, I don't remember what it was, 10 or 12,000 to up 25,000, something like that. So, another really good, yesterday was 26,000 in the green. The day before was 28. So I'm about 60,000 on the month right now, not including today, but today doesn't really add much. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I'll do the recap. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the recap, and I'll be back at it live streaming first thing tomorrow morning. All right, I'll see you then. What's up, everyone? All right, so I'm gonna do my recap here for today. Sitting up a little over 2,300 in my retirement account. Traded a bunch of stocks, green on 6 of them, red on like 8 of them. Not as good of a day. Today's actually the slowest day of the month so far, but also a really whippy day. I started the day on QNRX. I made my way up $6,000 and then went back to flat. On QNRX, I'm now red 6,000 on it. So made money and then went flat. But I wasn't red on the day because I had profit on ENVB. So those two cancel each other out, which put me flat on the day. So QNRX, my first trade on this was, as it was curling, I jumped in it right in here. And we got this nice curl here, this nice squeeze back up to 2150. And then I added back at $25. It's like, but you know what? The thing is, adding high has been working really well the last couple days. Of course, this was a high add and it played out really nicely. This was a high add, got a nice trade. Added back right here, and then on this candle, it flushed down to 23.57 and here down to 23.18, and I lost $2 a share. $6,000 loss right there. Just like such a swing in the P&L. So, and I had just taken some trades on ENVB. Let's see, so ENVB, this one, I took a very similar trade right here, this curling pattern from 10 up to 13. And so this one gave me 6,000, but then I was red 6,000 on QNRX. So I went up 6,000, then back to flat. And then I got a trade on EFSH, hit the high day Momo scanner, jumped on that momentum, and it squeezed all the way up to 740. So I got myself to up 7,000. Then we had some trades on NVIV. NVIV, some really nice action. I made 4,000 on it. This was during regular trading hours. But then I gave back half of it on, that candle right there. Look at that candle. Oh, come on, man. And then into a halt down. This is some really choppy stuff. So, was really disappointed on these, on this kind of chop. And so I got myself to up 11,000. And then after some of these losses, I was up 6,000. I was able to rally back with first profit on APDN and profit on NVIV, but then I gave back the profit on both of those and dropped from up 12, let's see. So I started the day at 0, got myself up 6, back to flat, up to 7, up to 9, back to up only 7, back to up 12, down to up 7, then to up 8, and then I took this $4,000, $5,000 loss on APDN. And that was the last trade I just took, and that's the one that's knocking me out for the day. So I jumped in for the break of 65 right here, this breakout, and I was like, okay, here we go, up to $7. And look at this flush, look at that rejection, all the way down to 716. So today, the last 3 or 4 days, my biggest losses have been $500. Today, I have a big loss on FRGE, a bigger loss on APDN, and big losses on QNRX. So today I really didn't do as good of a job keeping my losses tight. Part of that was because the volatility we had so much volatility that it was like these pops and then these huge flushes that were catching me off guard. And, when you catch a 2-point flush on a higher price stock, I mean, it's like you can either average down and hope it goes back up or you cut the loss. And so I cut the loss. On something like APDN, I could have kept holding it and, maybe it goes back up, but also maybe it goes lower. And I just, at a certain point, you just have to say, all right, it doesn't seem like we have as much momentum today as we had yesterday. And you know what? It's a real bummer because yesterday I wasn't able to fully capitalize on the momentum. Today I'm here and sure enough, there's nothing to trade. There's nothing clean. So, it's disappointing that today didn't work out better. I had a couple points where I was up over 10,000 and I wasn't able to keep that money in my pocket. And I didn't really want to walk away with anything less than $5,000. And then I caught a 50-cent flush with 10,000 shares on APDN. Boom, gone, just like that. And now I'm sitting at 2,300. So, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. This is a little discouraging, walking away a bit with my tail between my legs after a really good day on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Over $60,000 in profit on the month so far. And today isn't going to do anything to add to that. Things just kind of didn't play out today as well as they did on other days. So I'm a little bit bummed out, but on the other hand, I want to be grateful for the gains that I already have this month and just be willing to let this be a successful, kind of crappy day. It's not a great day, but it's still a small green day, so it's like, it's fine. I have to remind myself of that because otherwise I'm going to keep trading. And the next thing you know, I'm going to take a really high risk trade. And given the way things have been moving in the last 2 hours, I'm probably going to take like a $5,000 or $10,000 loss. And then I'm going to be sitting here down 10 grand and giving back half of yesterday. And that it's not worth it. So if things were really hot, obviously I would have been able to do a lot better. Things cooled off a little bit this afternoon. And it's kind of frustrating too because we have some action like GovX is moving, but it's choppy. NVIV, this one, made a move, but was again choppy. APDN, you got to squeeze, but it just kind of went from like a really weird spot all the way up here, and it didn't give you a clean pullback on the 5-minute chart. So it was sort of hard for me to find good entries today. And so some of the quick trades, high day breakouts just didn't work. So anyways, all's well that ends well. It's a small green day and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Hopefully we have some better action tomorrow, but it seems like the peak was yesterday with QNRX going all the way to $28. And, of course I missed it. So that's trading's hard enough, and then shooting yourself in the foot by missing, one of the biggest moves of the year, well, you're just making it harder on yourself. So I'm going to beat myself up a little bit for that. But live to trade another day. Be back at it tomorrow, and we'll see if we can finish up the week with a couple more trades. And if I can get myself to the daily goal, then, that's a good way to finish the week. All right, so that's it for me. Short recap, choppy day, definitely some volatility, but not as clean as yesterday. We'll see what tomorrow has in store for us. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.